much. First of all, it's so humbling to be sharing a dais and a place with such amazing people. And before I start anything, I want to say that yoga taught me that you should do what makes you happy. So right now, because of these flowers, one of the gentlemen can't see me, and I'm losing out on one audience, so I'll just put this down, please. Thank you. Now I'm better, and you can open your eyes also, sir. Yoga has played a very important role in my life. Not necessarily always practicing yoga, but just yoga. I come from a very poor family. We used to live in a house which was a little bigger than this stage. And we were 14 people in a small house. But my grandfather was a yoga teacher. And I've had some most comical visuals of my grandfather being on his head and practicing Shirshasana. And whenever we had problems and he wanted to solve them, or if we wanted something from him, he will say, stand on your head and tell me the problem. And by the time you stand on your head, you will forget the problem. Because you are trying to balance yourself. Also, he had this great theory that if you asked him something, he will say, breathe. So, suppose, Dadaji, grandfather, can I sort of do something like this? Can I go and play? He said, breathe. So we'll breathe. So I said, okay, can I go for at least half an hour? Breathe. Okay, 15 minutes. Then I saw my mother asking for, say, about $20, equivalent to whatever money, rupees. So my father will tell her, breathe. So she will breathe and okay, $10. Breathe. And then my father will breathe and give $5 to her. So it played, what yoga taught us was to be happy with whatever God gave us. We were a happy family. We were not very poor. We were not very rich. And my grandfather used to always say, when you are very poor, the cheapest thing available is happiness. So I think it had a lot to do with his theory of this whole practicing yoga. And he was a very calm man. And to be able to live in a house with 14 people where you used to bang into each other because there was one toilet and small kitchen. So he will say, every time you bang into each other, just hug each other. So you never felt that you were. So I have great memories of my childhood, which was very happy childhood. And it was because he taught us that being happy is a state of mind. You have to decide to be happy. There is no end to this video was so dramatic. I almost felt it's only an actor can have a dramatic video like this. But I've done 500 films. Not all these films have been great. There have been situations in my life where I've gone through horrible situations. I've gone through facial paralysis for an actor at the peak of his career. To have facial paralysis during a film called Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, I don't know how many of you have seen it. I could deal with it only because I practiced yoga. I could deal with it because I practiced breathing. And I decided that I want to be happy. I want to be optimistic. You can only do that when you are in conversation with yourself. To me, yoga is having a conversation, a truthful, honest conversation with yourself. To me, yoga is also not telling a lie to yourself. So if I have done a bad performance, maybe 5,000 people say this was a very good performance, but I know what I have done. And also, yoga gave me my first job because I learned yoga in drama school. When I went to Mumbai for being an actor, in 80s, you see, in Mumbai, having better hairstyle was more important than being talented. And this is a very dignified, bald look, sir. But when you earlier losing hair, some of them are losing from here, some of them are losing from here, and I was so thin that I could see through a keyhole with both my eyes. But I could deal with it, and I got a job of teaching yoga to big producers. And I'm waiting for this opportunity that when can they be in this Shavasana, when they are ready to receive the message from this yoga teacher. and I can actually tell them that I'm an actor. So there was this very famous Yash Chopra, ultimate director, producer. I used to teach him yoga. So he was one afternoon, a morning, he was just lying down, and I was teaching him yoga, and I made him lie down, and I was making him do Shavasana, and he was really in a smiling space. And then I said to him, "Sir, apart from teaching yoga, I am also an actor." He said, "Don't come from tomorrow." So in the career of so many years, every time a performer performs, in any situation you are told to breathe. To me, yoga has the most important breathing exercise for you. Breathe. You have to do an emotional scene, breathe. You have to do an angry scene, breathe. You have to do disappointment, breathe. The only place where you don't have to really breathe is Shant Rasa, when you are peaceful. And to achieve that, you have to go through these emotions. You know, individually, we are very frightened to be made to stand out from the crowd. You know, we are always worried that if I stand out from a crowd, whether I will be able to come to the expectations of people. We leave our happiness in somebody else's hand, and they will make sure that you are not happy. Yoga and breathing teaches you to be happy with yourself. Means, I'm happy to be Anupam Kher. How many people can be on this stage? But if I thought, oh, I wish I was Robert De Niro also, then I will be unhappy. There is no end to greed. Yoga teaches you that. And laughter, which is the most important factor of our lives, if you notice, sir and ladies, if I ask you to laugh in unison, you will all be able to laugh. Because that's a crowd mentality. But if I ask an individual to laugh, sir, what's your name, sir? Anjani Kumar. Now let's see whether Anjani Kumar ji can laugh on his own.
When you are saying, I will definitely laugh.
Let's see that. Okay. You know, that is the impact I have on people. They can actually deliver. But I had said laughter of a happy person, not of a villain, but it's all right. You at least made an attempt. So I want to give a practical demonstration with all of you being involved because yoga makes you happy. So let's do practically with breathing how to laugh. So just listen to me carefully. This is what I discovered as a teacher, not necessarily of yoga, but also acting and yoga. So breathe, all of you, and when you breathe out, produce a sound, ha. Okay. Then just look at my fingers, then the ha will become twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, etc. So just follow me. So breathe in, ha. Breathe in, ha. Breathe in, ha. Breathe in, ha. Louder, breathe in, ha. Breathe in, ha. Breathe in, ha. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. So, on that 2 minutes, my time
Please give us more wisdom. We have 2 minutes for wisdom from you.
Okay, we've taken 30 seconds saying that. Okay. So basically, the best thing about you can be yourself. Once my grandfather was eating food and he was making this sound. So my mother said, Dadaji, you're making too much sound while eating. He said, my darling, I'm loving my food, the problem is yours. So we are constantly trying to be somebody else. And in the process, when you are trying to be somebody else, you can neither be yourself nor be the other person. So yoga and being yourself and happiness can teach you to be yourself. And that's what personality is all about. Personality means being comfortable in who you are. So today when you go out of this place, just be yourself. And that will be yoga's contribution in your own life, your own contribution in your own life. You can only contribute in your life if you love yourself, if you make yourself happy, if you are happy with who you are. That's all. Thank you very much.